Before you listen to anyone else, listen to this. If you do not choose your own life, someone else will choose it for you. And they will not carry the consequences. Most people believe they are being kind when they please others. They believe they are being peaceful, cooperative, good. But what they are truly doing is avoiding discomfort. They are avoiding rejection. They are avoiding the fear of standing alone. This is not kindness. This is self-abandonment. And every time you abandon yourself, you weaken your inner structure. Understand this clearly. Pleasing others has a cost. It always has. The cost is not paid immediately, which is why people ignore it. It is paid slowly through exhaustion, resentment, confusion, and loss of direction. You wake up one day and realize you have been busy living a life that does not belong to you. Banged. When you say yes while your inner voice says no, you fracture yourself. One part of you acts, another part of you watches in silence. Over time, that silence becomes heavy. You stop trusting yourself, you stop respecting yourself. And without self-respect, there can be no inner strength. Dan, people-pleasing is not about others. It is about fear. Fear of being disliked, fear of being misunderstood, fear of losing connection. But ask yourself this: what kind of connection requires you to disappear? What kind of peace demands that you betray your own values? That is not harmony, that is submission. Mention in Arteling Arshalup. You must become honest about the trade you have been making: approval in exchange for authenticity, belonging in exchange for truth, safety in exchange for growth. These trades always end the same way, with regret, because deep inside you already know when you are living against your nature. Meant you were not designed to fit into every expectation placed upon you. You were designed to cultivate your character. When you constantly adjust yourself to be acceptable, you never develop strength. A tree that bends in every direction grows weak roots. And when the storm comes, and it will come, it collapses. Many people believe strength is loud, aggressive, forceful. This is incorrect. True strength is quiet. It is the ability to remain grounded when pressure is applied. But you cannot be grounded if you are always leaning toward others for approval. Your center must be within you. Ben, notice how people-pleasing trains the mind to react instead of act. You wait for signals, you read faces, you anticipate moods. Your energy is outward, scattered, drained. This is why people-pleasers are often tired. Not physically, mentally. They are constantly negotiating their worth. Inner strength begins the moment you stop negotiating. When your actions align with your values, even if it creates tension, especially if it creates tension. Growth is not comfortable, strength is not convenient, but it is honest. Kom dit in artronses. In arsenling arseluk. Understand this deeply. Every time you choose to disappoint yourself to keep others comfortable, you weaken your spirit. And every time you choose integrity over approval, you strengthen it. This is training. This is discipline. This is the path. You do not need to offend others. You do not need to rebel. You only need to stop betraying yourself. Speak when something matters. Say no when it is necessary. Say no when it is necessary. Accept that not everyone will understand, and that this is not your responsibility. Choose inner strength. Not once. Not when it is easy. Not when it is easy. Not but daily, quietly, relentlessly. This is how a person becomes unshakable. And yet, even after you understand this, there is another chain that must be broken. The need for validation. Villain is subtle. It does not shout. It whispers. It tells you to check how others respond before you decide how you feel. It teaches you to measure your worth through reactions, praise, attention, and agreement. Slowly, without noticing, you hand over control of your inner state to the outside world. And ask yourself honestly, how often do you feel good only after someone approves? How often does silence make you doubt yourself? This is not confidence, this is dependence. But most people believe validation gives them strength. In reality, it weakens them. Because when your value comes from outside, it can be taken away at any moment. One opinion, one comment, one rejection, and suddenly your stability collapses. MD in Arsenling Arshaluk, you must see validation for what it is, a training system for weakness. And it conditions you to seek permission before you act. It teaches you to hesitate, to second guess, to dilute your truth so it becomes acceptable. Over time, you no longer ask, is this right? You ask, will this be liked? This is dangerous. A disciplined mind does not move based on applause. It moves based on principle. When you detach from validation, you stop outsourcing your self-worth. You become internally referenced. Your compass points inward, not outward. This does not mean you become careless or arrogant. It means you become grounded. You listen to feedback without being controlled by it. You observe opinions without absorbing them. You understand that agreement does not equal truth, and disapproval does not equal failure. Valent addiction keeps you reactive. Inner strength requires responsiveness. There is a difference. Reaction is immediate and emotional. Response is calm and deliberate. When you are detached from validation, you gain space between stimulus and action. In that space, power is born. Men understand this. The people whose approval you seek are often seeking approval themselves. They are not authorities on your life. They are fellow travelers, confused in their own ways. Why then should their uncertainty dictate your direction? Dean, when you stop needing validation, something uncomfortable happens at first. You feel exposed, unsupported, alone. This is the withdrawal phase. Do not run from it. This discomfort is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of independence forming. Silence becomes easier to tolerate. Criticism loses its sting. Praise loses its grip. You begin to act because it is right, not because it is rewarded. This is maturity. Dim in Artinling Arshaluk. Choose to train this detachment daily. Do the right thing even when no one notices. Hold your standards even when they cost you approval. Let people misunderstand you. Let them disagree. Your task is not to be liked. Your task is to be aligned. Tape-end. When validation no longer controls you, your energy returns to you. Your mind becomes still. Your decisions become clean. And from this stillness, inner strength grows naturally. This is how you stop living at the mercy of opinions. This is how you choose yourself. Success in sets brought by opinions. And once you are no longer controlled by opinions, you are faced with a more honest challenge, discipline. Then comfort will always invite you back. It speaks softly and promises relief. It tells you that you have done enough, that you deserve rest before the work is complete, that tomorrow will be a better time to act. Comfort is persuasive because it feels kind. But understand this, comfort does not care about your future. Discipline does. Discipline is not punishment, it is structure. It is choosing actions that strengthen you even when they are inconvenient. When you live undisciplined, your life is shaped by moods. When you live disciplined, your life is shaped by values. This is the difference between drifting and direction. If you want inner strength, you must stop asking, what do I feel like doing? And start asking, what must be done? Feelings change, principles remain. A disciplined person does not wait to be motivated. They act and motivation follows. People-pleasing often hides behind comfort. It is comfortable to agree, comfortable to stay quiet, comfortable to avoid conflict. Discipline requires the opposite. It requires you to speak when silence would be easier, to say no when yes would be more convenient, to endure temporary discomfort for long-term integrity. Training the mind is no different from training the body. If you avoid resistance, you stay weak. If you seek resistance, you grow. Discipline introduces controlled hardship into your life so that chaos does not break you later. This is wisdom. Many people think freedom means doing whatever they want. This is a misunderstanding. True freedom comes from self-control. When you control your impulses, your fears, your need for comfort, you are no longer controlled by circumstances or people. Kombend in, Arsenling Arshaluk, build small disciplines. Wake up when you said you would. Finish what you start. Keep promises to yourself even when no one is watching. These actions seem insignificant, but they compound. Each kept promise strengthens trust within yourself, and trust is the foundation of confidence. Comfort seeks ease. Discipline builds strength. One leads to stagnation, the other leads to growth. Do not confuse comfort with peace. Peace is earned through effort. Comfort is borrowed and must be repaid with regret. Choose discipline daily, not dramatically, not perfectly, but consistently. When discipline becomes your habit, inner strength becomes your nature. And when inner strength becomes your nature, pleasing others is no longer tempting because you finally have something solid to stand on. And as discipline strengthens you, distance will naturally appear. Not everyone will understand the changes you are making. Some will feel uncomfortable when you stop agreeing. Others will question you when you no longer explain yourself. This is normal. Growth creates separation before it creates alignment. You must accept this without bitterness. Walking alone does not mean rejecting people, it means refusing to abandon yourself to keep company. When you choose inner strength, you stop shrinking to fit places you have outgrown. This often feels like loneliness, but it is actually clarity. In unshakeable, you must learn to stand without witnesses, to move without applause, to remain steady even when no one affirms your direction. This is where most people turn back. They mistake solitude for failure. But solitude is a training ground. It strips away distraction and reveals who you truly are. Those who depend on approval cannot walk alone for long. Silence becomes unbearable, doubt grows louder. But for the disciplined mind, solitude becomes strength. You hear your own thoughts clearly. Your values sharpen, your path becomes visible. Understand this, the crowd is rarely early. If you wait for permission, you will always arrive late to your own life. Leaders, builders, and disciplined individuals move first. Explanation comes later, if it is needed at all. Then you may lose some connections. Let them go without resentment. Relationships built on compliance cannot survive self-respect. This is not cruelty, it is honesty, and honesty is the foundation of any connection worth keeping. Walking alone requires courage, but it gives something priceless in return: self-trust. When you know you can stand by yourself, fear loses its power. You no longer cling, you no longer beg. You choose. In unshakeable, do not measure your progress by how many people walk beside you. Measure it by how steady you remain when no one does. This is the mark of inner strength. And when you can stand alone without losing balance, you are ready for the final understanding. You must become the source of your own strength. As long as you look outward for stability, you will remain vulnerable. People change, circumstances shift, praise fades. If your strength depends on these things, it will never last. Inner strength is not borrowed, it is built quietly, repeatedly, through alignment between thought, word, and action. In unshakeable, stop waiting for rescue, permission, or reassurance. No one is coming to hand you confidence. It is created each time you act according to your values, especially when it costs you comfort or approval. Every time you keep your word to yourself, you reinforce your foundation. Strength does not come from dramatic moments. It comes from consistency, from choosing what is right when it is inconvenient, from returning to discipline when motivation disappears, from staying honest when lying would be easier. These moments are invisible to others, but they define you. And when you become the source of your strength, fear loses its authority. You still feel it, but it no longer decides for you. Doubt may arise, but it does not stop you. You act anyway. This is courage, not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. You no longer chase validation because you no longer need it. Your approval comes from within. You know who you are because your actions have proven it to you. This creates a calm confidence that does not seek attention and does not require defense. In unshakeable, choose to live this way. Choose responsibility over excuses, integrity over image, discipline over comfort. Let your strength come from your daily practice, not from the opinions of others. Mandarins, walk your path with humility, patience, and resolve. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to be honest and consistent. May this year bring you clarity instead of confusion, strength instead of dependence, and peace that comes from self-respect. Walk forward with discipline, stand firm in your values, and may you build a life that you do not need to escape from.